Love and respect. What that dang your heart, what that dang, and God dang your heart, oh, what that dang, what that dang your heart, what that dang, and God dang your heart, oh, what that dang. This is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Shonamo, and here we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we'd only just criticize on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we are in the service of God and country. This is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Shonamo. He's the voice of the people, and the voice of the people is the voice of God. My brother, my sister, this is from the newsreel, and from the newsreel, we endeavor to always keep it real. Now, there are a number of things I would like us to look at, and I want to go straight up to the point and deal with this. Now, the very first story we are looking at is coming from Ghana, wherever. And it says, and I read, airport cocaine smuggling scandal. Ablakwa makes fresh revelations. And I read, now the member of parliament for North Tongue constituency, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, has disclosed new details regarding the cocaine smuggling scandal at Kotoka International Airport. He revealed that a letter he encountered indicates that key suspects who have been interdicted in the scandal will continue to receive 2/3 of their salaries during the ongoing investigations. Furthermore, the letter suggests that the government is unable to reclaim the salaries of those who may be found guilty of the charges. Ablakwa voiced his anger over the unseemingly terrible acts at the Kotoka International Airport, which he believes tarnished the nation's reputation internationally and could have future repercussions for the state. Intercepted letters of interdiction in the ongoing Ghana airport cocaine smuggling scandal revealed that the key suspects are to enjoy 2/3 of their salaries while on interdiction. Now, this is absolutely ridiculous and does not serve as sufficient deterrent to other operatives at the Kotoka International Airport who may be tempted to engage in such egregious conducts. My outrage is also premised on the fact that whereas the state can refund salaries to interdicted suspects who may be acquitted, it is virtually impossible for the state to retrieve these salaries from those found guilty. He wrote on X. Now, this is very important. Now, number one, there is cocaine smuggling right there at the Kotoka International Airport. Now, what did you expect? An airport that is named after a villain, a hopeless villain. My brother, worse things will be happening there. Cocaine smuggling is only a tip of the iceberg. Until that dirty name is taken from out of this beautiful airport, my brother, my sister, such egregious acts will continue to go on. Now, my brother, my sister, let us go to the content of this revelation. Now, by our laws, if somebody is interdicted, it simply means the person has been asked not to continue working in his official capacity while an investigation is going on. Now, the person is still technically an employee. The person is supposed to receive salary most of the time, some part of the salary while investigation is going on. Why some part of the salary? Because you are no longer going to the workplace to work. And for that matter, you are not being productive. But because you are technically still in employment, you are supposed to survive. Therefore, you are given some amount of money to keep you going, which is 2/3 of your salary. Now, the interesting thing is this. If these people come out clean after the investigation, the salary arrears will be paid back to them. Unfortunately, according to Honorable Ablakwa, if these people are culpable, in other words, if they are found guilty, there is no way the state can go back to them and say, refund all the 2 tests we have given to you. Now, Ablakwa's worry is this. This is not enough deterrent for such egregious acts. But who made the laws? It's Ablakwa and the rest of them in parliament, right? If anything at all, we have to go back to the parliament and deal with some of these issues. I agree with Honorable Ablakwa. Cocaine smuggling at our airports can tarnish the image of the whole country, not just the airport. Now, those of you who have been following travel news, you realize that there are some countries in the world, if you are coming from those countries, in fact, there's extra security check on you for cocaine, for drugs, and such other things. Colombia is one such country. My brother, my sister, I can mention 5 other countries. There was a time Ghana was also on the map for red alert for drugs in the days of President Kufuor. Cocaine smuggling became the order of the day. We all remember M.V. Benjamin. We all remember how Ghana went into the Guinness Book of Records, now called the World Book of Records, my brother, my sister. Yes, for making cocaine become kokonte. Cocaine became kokonte in police custody. And today, more revelations are even coming out as to how that cocaine was even shared by policemen. Some of them, my brother, my sister, are confessing to the crime. Yet because our laws are so weak and institutions are so weak, like carbonic acid, they are unable to bite. My brother, my sister, listen, a time is going to come, if this is not curbed, anybody who transits even at the Ghana airport, the so-called Kotoka International Airport, they will search you like a criminal, like the way I was searched when I went to Israel. My brother, my sister, just because I had traveled to Palestine and I was to fly from the Israeli airport, they searched me like a common criminal, including searching my underpants and squeezing my balls. My God. Ha! Right there inside Israel, they made me remove my shoes whilst I was being searched, and I was standing on the cold floor in winter. They made me take off my turban. They ran their hands and their machines in my dreadlocks. If they had the opportunity and the power, they could have split open my head to check if I had some things in my head, in my brains. That was how I was searched when I went to Israel. My brother, my sister, even biscuits that I had in my hand, they took it away from me and went to check it for radioactive elements. Biscuits. When they brought the biscuit back, I said, give it to your dogs. You take this thing in there. I didn't follow you in there. If you poisoned it and brought it to me, how would I know? The way Yasser Arafat was poisoned and killed, I will not die in your hands. I refuse the biscuits. My brother, my sister, if you want to be set like that in any international airport, continue smuggling drugs at the Kotoka International Airport. Nobody is going to transit at your airports. Your airports will run at a loss. You will close down your airport. It will become a hen coop. Only fowls will fly from your airports. No planes will fly anymore. To Honorable Ablakwa, I want to say thank you. In fact, there is something that normally happens in this country. When the economy is so weak, they try to encourage the cocaine dealers to go out and sell cocaine so that the economy can stand a little bit. How many of you have observed that? Cocaine smugglers party. Cocaine for one party. Fire burn them. Now the next thing I want to look at breaks my heart, but I still need to look at it. My brother, my sister, also coming from Ghana, wherever. It says Raymond Kweku, popular Ghanaian soldier, relocates to the U.S., cites economic, personal ambitions as reasons. Oh gosh. And I read, Raymond Kweku, a Ghanaian military officer who gained widespread fame for his unique body features, has confirmed his resignation from the Ghana Armed Forces amid the ongoing phenomenon of some Ghanaians relocating abroad to seek greener pastures. Videos emerged of the popular military officer in the United States of America. These videos sparked allegations that Raymond Kweku might have absconded after misconducting himself as an officer of the Ghana Armed Forces. However, in an interview with Polino Media, Raymond Kweku confirmed that he has actually relocated from Ghana to the United States of America to better his life. Raymond Kweku disclosed that, contrary to the rumors, he did not engage in any misconduct and maintains a clean record as an officer. He believes that a relocation to the United States of America will help him achieve his ambitions, which, among other things, include becoming a lawyer. There have been speculations that I ran away from Ghana Armed Forces and did not resign. I want to clarify that those reports are not true. I officially resigned from the Ghana Armed Forces. I didn't engage in any wrongdoing that compelled me to resign. I decided to resign and take up a new life that will make me better, he said. This is the soldier.
Yabo! Yabo!
Very huge body, Raymond Kweku. I thank God that these days we have democracy. Had it been in the days of the credit Yokogari eating soldiers, there would have long been a coup d'etat. Thank God that we have grown and decided that we will not accept this nonsense. My brother, my sister, a police officer the other day moved out. He was one of those noted for catching armed robbers. So bold, an asset to the country. He relocated to the United States of America and became a policeman, a paramedic there. Name withheld. Today, a soldier has decided to move. And these are some of the creme de la creme of our military people. And the reason is that Ghana is economically terrible and bad. He cannot be able to achieve his ambitions in this nation. Our leaders should bow down their heads in shame. Now, this one is popular, so we have come to know this story. The other day, another guy was celebrating that now he has his German papers. And he was dancing on social media, saying bye-bye to Ghana for good. Is this the country that our ancestors fought for during independence? When we sit down and look at dirty leaders, steal our livelihoods away from us. Greedy, dirty leaders, my brother, my sister, whose only aim is to win elections and never to better the lives of the citizens. This is always the outcome. Tens of thousands of Ghanaians and other Africans from West Africa go all the way to Morocco. They are shot on the Sahara Desert, my brother, my sister, by Tuareg foot soldiers. Just because they are on their way to Lampedusa, where they will board boats, risking their lives to go all the way into Spain. Did we bargain for this? When we asked for independence, did we bargain for this? My brother, my sister, a lot of people in Africa are always getting ready to fly out of this nation. The other day, Barack Obama posted something on social media, which I reposted. It touched my heart and I wept. You know what he posted? He said, the Ghanaian dream is to leave Ghana for good. It hurt me. When you say the American dream, it means living in America and enjoying all the fruits of America. But the Ghanaian dream has no fruits to achieve and to enjoy in Ghana. The Ghanaian dream is to leave Ghana for good. Our leaders have let us down. Our dirty leaders have let us down. And when I look at some of these things, and I look at Bawumia, I feel like saying things. Such a guy, my brother, my sister, who contributed to the downturn of our economy, is still going around morosely. My brother, my sister, looking for a way to become president, to afflict us with more pain and misery. Such a dirty guy. I'm so angry, my brethren. The so-called economic whiz-kid, touted as such. He came here being touted as the Adam Smith of Ghana. Little did we know that he was a common blacksmith with no training. Wale blacksmith, my brother, my sister, has destroyed our nation with his boss, the pot-bellied president. I am sick and tired of these people. Bawumia still has the effrontery to go around campaigning because we are dumb. He still has the effrontery to go around because they know that in this country you don't need common sense to become president. All you need is money to buy your way through the presidency. Oh, what a shame. I leave it here. But to the military officer, I don't want to blame you. You swore an oath that you will stand by Ghana in the rain or when it starts shining. Rain or shine. You swore that you will stand by Ghana in health and in sickness. You swore that you will stand to uphold the full heritage and image of this nation. Well, you resigned. Resigning means you have reneged. You have decided that you don't stand by those vows anymore, and you have moved out. How many more youth will leave this country in this same style? How many more people are on their way to Lampedusa to be eaten by whales and sharks? How many more youths tonight are on the way to jumping onto ships to hide in very, 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 very sick corners in order to reach Europe? How many more youths are living? Now, if the youth are the future and all your youth are running away, then your nation has no future. Oh, Ochedi Amponyakupon. Oh, Firebon Chen. Oh, Eradinakupon. Next thing I want to quickly look at, and I need you to come along. It says, patronize made in Ghana products with pride. And this is KT Hammond, urging Ghanaians. And I read, now the Minister of Trade and Industry, KT Hammond, has urged Ghanaians to patronize made in Ghana products and services with a sense of pride and patriotism. This, he said, could be achieved by supporting local businesses and artisans, investing in the local economy and strengthening it, as well as preserving the productive sectors for future generations. Mr. Hammond was speaking at the opening of the third Made in Ghana Bazaar in Accra on Thursday on the theme promoting Made in Ghana goods and services for economic prosperity. Hallelujah. Now look at the man whose photograph you see. Bring back the photograph. What is he wearing that is made in Ghana? From his glasses all the way to his gray hair and his bald head, all the way to the tie and the blue suit and everything that is wearing, the watch. And even the microphone in front of him. Which one is made in Ghana? Nothing. Not even his brain. Dash him away. This is KT Hammond, the Minister of Trade. Please take the photo out. Watch this. Now, I like it when people are politically correct, especially when they are also humanly correct. A lot of our politicians are only politically correct. They make great speeches, yet they never walk the talk. One such person is KT Hammond. Our textile industry has died a premature death. Politicians who are supposed to be the face of this nation, they parade themselves in Gucci and Gabbana. Cheap China-made suits. Expensive watches made in Switzerland. They don't even eat Ghana food when they go to the restaurants. They order French dishes, American and British dishes. These are people who speak English better than Shakespeare. These are the same people coming to tell us we should patronize made in Ghana goods. It's a shame. Who can you convince when you are dressed like a caricature, dropped from Europe and the rest of the West? You are coming to moralize it on Ghanaians to go out there and patronize made in Ghana. It's a shame. We have a president who has a penchant of wearing China-tailored suits, oversized suits. Most of the time they do not measure him. So they sew suits for him that are oversized. We have ministers of state who have no respect for any fabric made in Ghana. Their shoes are all tailored in Italy. Oh, their shoes tailored in England and in China. My brother, my sister, it's a shame. We can continue making all these speeches and be politically correct, but on the ground, nothing would change. I'm so ashamed of this. Go to the markets and see how prices are skyrocketing. A lot of farmers have died. You know why? Because we now eat chicken from China. The poultry industry in Ghana has died. We are now importing GMO tomatoes and the rest from Burkina Faso. We no longer eat organic food. So, a lot of the youth these days, they have liver cancer, liver issues. They have to push some long tubes inside their anal cavities and pull out some debris from them. A lot of them have some cancers that have no names. Oh my God. We do not make cigarettes in this country. Yet every corner of the street you go to, you would find different cigarettes made from all over the world, including Afghanistan and Sri Lanka. Why are we doing this to us? And KT Hammond says, do this to preserve the nation and our economy and our local businesses for the next generation. Please walk the talk. Ghanaians are paying you to work. Stop the pretense. If I were president of this nation, no minister of state, no government employee would wear anything that is made outside this nation. No imports would come into this country unless we don't make them at all. I leave it here. Now, the very last thing I want to look at, and I will close on this, is a very thorny issue. And I intentionally decided to keep it for the last. Oh my God. My brother, my sister, it's an issue that is very dicey. It has to do with the Otumfuo. He says, I have no regrets about being a Freemason. And this is Otumfuo speaking. And this is being read from Graphic Online, is the national communicator. It can never go wrong. The government finances this newspaper and pays all the workers of this newspaper, so they dare not spread false news. I have no regrets about being a Freemason. Asantehene Otumfuo said to the second, and that is him dressed like a Freemason. And when you look at it, the symbol of the Freemasons is right there, hanging from the lower part of his chest. And when you look down, there is also that eye of Horus down there. You can see all the signs of the Freemasons, and he's wearing their gloves. Let's go into it. Now, the Asantehene Otumfuo said to the second, who also serves as the grand patron of the Grand Lodge of Ghana, has stated that he has no regrets about his 25-year membership in Freemasonry. Speaking of the milestone, he reflected on his concerns at the start of the journey and the impact of the organization. 25 years ago, I was initiated, and the word is initiated. Initiated. You know what that word means? Well, I was initiated into Freemasonry. There is no doubt that in joining a society or club, one cannot help but wonder what benefits or restrictions await Otumfuo Okudzeto the second said, in the case of Freemasonry, you are left to worryingly wander more without knowing exactly what you are going to face, and with no one ready to tell you what you want to know. Despite initial uncertainties, the Asantehene affirmed his satisfaction with his experience. Whatever doubts or reservations might have crossed my mind, all I can say after the 25-year period is that I have no regrets on being a Freemason, experiencing what it unfolds and what it means to be called a Freemason. I leave it here. I am honestly ashamed anytime I see Otumfuo dressed like this, in suit and things like that. I am totally ashamed. You are one of the greatest kings of the world. You are an ancient king. Okudzeto the first should be so ashamed seeing Otumfuo dressed like this. Why should you dress in suit? Let alone a Freemason suit. You are the king of Ashanti. The Ashanti kingdom is not a joke Freemasonry. It's a powerful ancient entity. Do we know the history of the Ashanti kingdom? Do we know what it entails to be an Ashanti king? Do we know what wars the Ashantis had to fight in order to keep the kingdom? Do we know what it means to say Asantehene and Asantehene? You will dress in a Freemason suit, sometimes dress in British tailored suits. I think it's a demeanor, in fact, for the kingdom. What is the importance of dropping your so-called official name anytime you become an Asantehene? Anytime you pick up some ancient kingship or chieftaincy, you pick on what is known as the stool name. You have no allegiance to any other thing but the stool. My brother, my sister, you dress in suit. Today you are in Freemason suit. Let Kufuor and the rest dress in Freemasonry. Let Kwame and Jonathan dress in their Freemason suit. That is okay. They want to be Freemasons. That is okay. I have no problem with them. I have a problem with an ancient king who, in my opinion, in fact, is scraping off the luster. You know what it means to say the luster? The shine of this great ancient kingdom. It's a disgrace. I'm not happy about this. As a Pan-Africanist, a man who loves tradition, a man who loves the culture of our great ancestors, I think Asantehene should start speaking with Otumfuo. Please. I wouldn't even have too much of a problem if you had worn your kente there and in your palanquin. Let the other Freemasons wear their Freemason garments. Come and surround you and sing for you. But exactly what is Freemasonry? It is a secret organization. And that secret organization, my brother, my sister, is an organization put together to support each other. How do they support each other? They have their various signs. When they shake hands with you, they have something that they do for you to see that, oh, I'm a Freemason. Are you one? If you are one, you respond in equal measure just by shaking hands. They have their rings in different ranks. So when you see somebody with a certain ring, you know that this is a higher than you or lower than you. And what do? My brother, my sister, there is nepotism in Freemasonry. You know what it means to say nepotism? Oh, because you belong to the Freemason, there are 4 other guys. In fact, they all qualify more than you. But you are also qualified. The other people are more qualified. But I give you that. That is nepotism. Favoritism. Cliquism. Freemasons help each other to rise higher and higher. It's an organization that also has religious undertones and spiritual undertones. I will not go into that. what I just want to go into is the fact that there is nepotism. It is an organization built on nepotism. If I am wrong, educate me. I have gone a little bit into Freemasonry. Or when you join the organization, you have so many opportunities. There are great people who are in there. Some of them are lawyers. Some of them are this. If they had their own private organizations and they want to employ you, I wouldn't have too much of a problem. But if they are employed by the government to help the nation grow, and they will put square pegs in round holes, all in the name of Freemasonry, pushing away the more qualified people to put their colleagues in there, their cliques in there, then I have a problem. Do you have a problem? Do you have a problem? Freemasonry was banned in the days of Jerry John Rawlings. My brother, my sister, again, I won't go into this because I don't have too much time. My biggest problem this morning is that our kings should begin to put respect on our traditions and so on and so forth. Once you have decided to be a king, your public life is dead. You represent an ancient tradition that has come several hundreds of years to be able to entrench itself in this heritage. You have no right whatsoever to dress in an American suit. You have no right whatsoever to use your other names before you became a king. You have no right whatsoever, my brother, my sister, to dress just anyhow. You must be kingly. I leave it here.